Hello Scorpio, Jessica here with Cardinal Signs. Welcome to your decision reading. This reading is going to run roughly from mid-July through to mid-August. So I'd like you to take a moment and just think on what your decision is and assign one of your choices to be represented by path 1 and the other one to be represented by path 2. And once you're ready, we can begin. So we'll start by talking about the messages coming in, beginning with path 1. So this path looks like you're on the offensive, that you're actively breaking down walls, breaking down barriers that are before you. It could get a little bit messy, but ultimately I see you being very successful with this. For path 2, it looks like you need to fine-tune your frequency. So it's like the details of this path are eluding you. You might not have a clear vision for what this is going to look like for you. So you may need to think on this, focus on it a little more so that it comes into more sharp focus for you, maybe a little more real. Some of you may receive a message of guidance through something that you hear on the radio. So if you're in the habit of listening to the radio, keep your ears perked up. So a decision to be made by Scorpio. Chariot. Awareness. So these are things moving quickly. And also, that's a nice card, especially for path 2. Anything that has been hidden or unknown is going to be revealed. What does Scorpio need to know about a decision they are making from mid-July through to mid-August? Looking at the energies of path 1 and path 2. Messages of guidance for Scorpio for path 1 and path 2. Okay. Overall energy for path 1, we have the 9 of Cups. And this deck is represented by laziness. Two things to consider with this path. We have the Emperor or the Rebel, and we have silence. This is the Star. Where this path could lead you if you chose to go down it. We have conditioning. This is the Devil. And we have the Empress, creativity. Overall energy for path 2, we have the 8 of Cups, letting go. We have the 7 of Pentacles, patience. And the King of Swords, control. So these are two things to consider. And where this path could lead you if you chose to go down it. We have the 7 of Wands, stress. And the Knight of Wands, playfulness. Okay, let's start by talking about overall energy for path 1. So the 9 of Cups. Now, when I was tuning into that path, there was definitely a lot of hard work going on. So maybe this is something that you have already been working at really hard, and you've done a lot of legwork, and now you're at a point where you're able to sit back and relax. Or perhaps this is indicating that this is perhaps the easy option. Might be for some of you. The one that's going to be a little more, I guess, go with the flow. We can call it like that. But just the warning here is not to become complacent. Two things to consider with path 1. We have the Rebel, this is the Emperor, and we have the Star. Now I saw very clearly that you were breaking down barriers, actually like breaking down walls. And we can see here And the Emperor is breaking through chains. These are things that are holding him back, and this can be male or female. Restrictions, basically, pushing through those. So any obstacles in your way, you're going to be very successful, because the Emperor is a very successful energy at pushing through any obstacles that you are faced with. And you also have the Star. Now both the Nine of Cups and the Star they have like a wish quality to them. So it's what you are hoping for, what you are wishing for, coming true, basically. So this is a very good energy supporting path 1. There is the need for you to connect with your higher self, to get really clear about where it is that you want to go. So there's a lot of like truth seeking coming in here with path 1. And it's important to do that hard work. Don't neglect really looking inside you and digging deep to find out what it is that you truly want, because you don't want to go through thinking, you know, on a superficial level, oh, this looks good, I want this, and neglect looking deeper within yourself, only to find that maybe that superficial want or desire is not a perfect match to what your deeper desires are. Now, where this path could lead you, we have conditioning and we have creativity. This is the Devil and the Empress. We have a lot of powerful energy, with the Emperor and the Empress coming in here. Really well balanced, powerful energy. So we're breaking through barriers with this Emperor, but you're going to continue having obstacles as you go down the road here. Don't be daunted by that. It's okay, because you have the power to be able to see through things and to open things up. Any doors that are closed to you, they're not locked. You have the ability to open them, and you're going to have very creative ideas, very creative solutions on how you're going to achieve that and accomplish that. I see this path being very creative for you. So if you have felt that you have not been able to express yourself fully, especially when it comes to expressing your creativity, however that might look for you, you're going to find that opens up for you. So that actually might be what you're working on. You might be currently working to break down barriers in how you communicate and how you express yourself. So there's a lot of promise here. I think that's everything. I'm going to leave it there. Now, overall energy for path 2. We have the 8 of Cups, letting go. So this is walking away from something. This is recognizing the need to leave something behind, even if it's painful, even if it's difficult to do. Recognizing that the time has come. Timing is very important, and it is particularly important for this path, honoring timing, that everything has its right time and place. There's a sequence of events that must be honored. We can't overstep. We can't force the hand here. So with the 7 of Pentacles and control, there is going to be an internal power struggle within you, where you're going to be struggling with wanting to have everything right now, wanting to have everything going exactly your way, the way that you want it, the way that you see it. And it's hard because it's not going to go that way, and it can't go that way. There are sequences, as I said, of events that need to be honored. And if we were to force it and push it, we would miss out on a lot of opportunities that otherwise would be able to come in. So the challenge with path 2 is having the courage to recognize if you need to let something go and the strength to walk away from it. and also the wisdom to not hold on so tightly and to allow things to unfold with patience. Where this path could lead you if you chose to go down it. We have the Seven of Wands and we have the Knight of Wands. So stress and playfulness. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of busyness. There's a lot on your plate. You're trying to juggle a lot of different things. You may also find that you need to set up some healthy boundaries. These can be boundaries around, your personal space, or boundaries between work and personal life. But some of you are going to be needing to focus on establishing healthy boundaries. Now, you may be feeling overwhelmed as you get into this path if you chose to go down it. It may seem insurmountable, very stressful. However, I see you walking away from this quite content. You have the Knight of Wands here, playfulness. So there is a lightness of heart here. There's a bounce in your step. There's also a joy that you decided to go down this path because there's a lot of promise here and a lot of opportunity for new adventures that are very exciting for you. So it's an interesting mix here where we've got kind of like the overwhelming heaviness of stress, but we also have like this buoyancy of optimism paired with that. So I don't think that this is going to be too heavy because we have it tempered by this playful energy coming in. So it's going to help to lighten up the mood for you. So that's nice to see. So I'm going to pull an additional card for each of these paths, Scorpio, just so you have some additional information and guidance. What else does Scorpio need to know about path 1? Additional message of guidance for Scorpio for path 1. Release. Now this is interesting because you actually have letting go on the other side of the path. But this can be a release where you feel like you are being set free. Not so much that you are letting something go, but that you are setting yourself free. And you are probably leaving something behind, but it isn't bitter in any way. It feels like you're very ready for it, and you have a lot of strength behind you, a lot of momentum pushing you forward. I definitely feel like such a readiness coming in through this card. Any blockages that you have been experiencing, they are going to be released. What else does Scorpio need to know about path 2? Additional message of guidance for Scorpio for path 2. Peace. This is about you having inner peace and cultivating inner peace. This can be difficult because when we have to walk away from something that is difficult for us to leave behind, there isn't a lot of peace in that. And there isn't a lot of peace in holding on really tightly and needing to control. It's like a white knuckle grip on life. So we need to cultivate our inner sense of peace. And there's a degree of trust that comes in with this as well. It's like an inner knowing that things are going to be okay, that things are going to work out. And with this card, there are a lot of people, and whether they're physical or in a spiritual sense, a lot of help around you to help support you as you go through this transition, because this is a transition, indefinitely. This feels more like an expansion of perhaps a direction that you've already been going in, whereas this feels like a change in direction, and that can be more challenging. So work on inviting a feeling of peace into your life while you go through that, if you decide to go with path 2. Now, I can't make the choice for you. It's entirely up to you, and it's going to be different for everybody. So my hope is that some of these messages have resonated with you and helped to clarify where you're at in life right now. So I want to thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. I'd love to hear from you in the comments on how this reading resonated with you. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can email me at cardinalsignstarot@gmail.com, and there's more information on that in the description box below. So take care of yourself, Scorpio. Good luck with your decision, and I'll see you again soon.